Um, that's unfortunate. Oh, here we are. Okay, so looks like we can actually hear me. That's nice. It's a good thing. Um, now, let me just fuck with this a little bit. Hello, hello. Okay, so as I was saying before, you guys couldn't really hear me, but giving up, this whole producing thing. I mean, it was just kind of like a fun phase, really. But now that I have 100,000 subscribers, thank you guys so much. I could pursue my real passion, which is watching video game trailers. I really appreciate everything you guys have given me. I love music, but it's not really just kind of it's just a little fun thing, right? What my real passion is, watching video game trailers. So thank you for watching that with me. Looks like that was the new season of Fortnite right there. Um, okay, so I'm just gonna do one last goodbye with the producing. Let's just open up live. We're gonna have one last producing session, and today we're gonna make some Wumpus. Um, Now, a couple of you have been asking about the remix contest, and I assure you it's coming. It's coming, guys. Here's the problem. So I decided to order a lav microphone, a lavalier microphone to be exact. And for those of you guys who don't know, a lav microphone is a microphone that just clips onto your person, as opposed to a regular microphone, which is nice and big and quite phallic. And so I bought a lavalier microphone, and it turns out the sound quality was not so good. So I bought another one yesterday, and turns out the sound quality of that was not so good. And so then I'm going to be buying, I just bought another one, my third lavalier microphone, and hopefully the sound quality is a little bit better. And, as soon as I get a decent mic, I will be recording the episode, and that'll be nice and good. Uh, cool. Anyways, let's go ahead and make some wampus. This is a technique that I learned from a YouTuber by the name of Slynk, Slynk. He is a very talented producer, very skilled in the art of neuro basses. So today I'm going to steal a technique that I learned from him. We're going to make some neuro basses. First things first, let's go ahead and open up Operator, and I'm going to go ahead and keep this in the arrangement view. What I've realized is while I love the session view, very near and dear to my heart, it actually is not good when it comes to modern dubstep, really heavy sound design production, because you just can't edit audio in it. And it's a huge drag. I could totally see why everybody else in the entire world uses the arrangement view. So let's just stick in the arrangement view. I'm going to create one note, just one super subby wubby wubby note. Let's do F. Fuck it. And I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it a basic sine wave, just like this. And let's go ahead and make sure you guys can hear this. Yep. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is, for oscillator B, I'm actually gonna take the sidechain off. I don't think we need the sidechain. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to my advanced audio properties here. Maybe my properties, or maybe it's filters. Let's try filters. Yeah, the sidechain, none. Let's take that off. Okay. All right. Let's add a little bit of a second oscillator. I'm going to go ahead and pick the saw, just like that much right there, and turn the chorus up to like 6. Ooh. Wonderful. And now I'm going to go ahead and stack a bunch of distortion on here. So I'm going to go ahead and find Ableton Saturator, and I'm going to just crank the drive here, plus 12, 13, have a little bit of a soft clip, and turn up the bass. Okay, cool. Nice big fart right there. Let's actually go to Wave Shaper. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, okay, here we go. And you can actually open up the saturator here just by hitting the triangle in the upper left corner here and actually mess with the wave. Ooh, which is pretty neat. Wow. I'll turn down the output here a little bit. Let's just fuck with that. And then I'm going to go ahead and maybe do a little bit more distortion. So maybe let's put on a dynamic tube and see how that does. Hey, Cubanix, thank you so much. Facecam blog and operator. Let's go ahead and move my face a little bit. I'm going to do that whole virtual riot trick where, let's see, a little bit. I'm going to move my face, whoops, move the screen and then my face into this little fun little box right here. Just push that a little bit there. Maybe like a little bit to the right. Nice and big. Nice and big for my face. Okay. All right. There we go. Here we are. Okay, beautiful. All right. So, operator. There's the saturator. Dynamic tube. Let's turn up the drive here. Ooh, okay. Something like that. Doesn't really matter. Then let's go ahead and put on a filter. And for the filter, I'm going to go ahead and do the bandpass. Thank you, Cubonics, very much. Okay. And then we're going to be fucking with this auto filter right here. It's going to sound very beautiful. Amazing. And then let's add a little bit more distortion after that. So let's just pick a distortion effect. I'm going to pick, say, the amp. And let's actually put the amp before. Let's do bass. Just crank it. Amazing. Let's do the dynamic tube after. Whoa. Let's do maybe some pedal here. Whoa, that's pretty trippy. Maybe not that extreme on the after. Let's go to my plugins and let's go ahead and do Camel Crusher, my favorite plugin of all time. Camel Audio, Camel Crusher. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too much. Okay, let's just do that. And let's go ahead and get a little bit of chorus there. On after, turn up the dry wet, turn up the modulation. Let's do minus on the feedback. Whoa, okay, here we go. Whoa, that's pretty trippy. Let's make it a little, maybe we can make it a little bit less wide. I don't know. All right. I'm going to put, let's go to overdrive. I'm going to do enhance on the overdrive. And let's actually go ahead and put another saturator on after that. And I'm going to do analog clip, minus 12 on the output, plus 12, soft clip. Whoa, Nassim, holy shit. Thank you so much for the donation. Wow, I don't even know what to say, man. That's fucking crazy. Nassim, oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you. Light139, I really appreciate that. Nassim Max Mansour, if there's anything I can do for you, I would love to do some private lessons with you, just to repay you for your endless generosity. I really appreciate that. Oh my gosh, Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm not even showing my nipples for you guys. I don't understand where all this generosity is coming from. This is fucking crazy. This is just insane. Holy shit, I can't even believe it. Thank you guys so much. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh my gosh, Nassim, why don't you go ahead and send me a message on my either on my Discord or on my YouTube so that I can thank you directly because that would be great. Okay, thank you, Nassim. Holy shit. Um, I'm not going to be showing my nips, uh, but maybe in private, Nassim, if you would like maybe a nip or two, I would be happy to oblige. Um, just have some private nip on nip action. But Jesus, thank you so much. I can't even believe that. You know, Nassim. I mean, yeah, it's just crazy. That's fucking insane. Um, okay, so I'm just gonna record myself messing with this auto filter here, and we're just gonna see what happens. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try that again. Wowzers. Okay, so that was pretty cool. Um, this is what happened. And so I'm basically just trying to come up with and create the weirdest, wackiest sound possible here. And it doesn't really matter. I'm just stacking basically little bits of distortion across a bunch of different plugins. So I got this crazy ass saturator, then the amp, then the pedal, and it doesn't really matter what you're doing. Just as long as you're stacking a little bit before the filter, which is right here, and then a little bit after the filter, which is all this shit right here. Light 109, 139, I'm going to give you the best pinky toe action you could possibly imagine. That would, everybody's getting some pinky action tonight, okay? Try using the frequency shifter. That's not a bad idea. Let's see what happens there. Let's see. Whoa. Maybe I'll use that after because I'm losing a little bit of that sub bass from that. Maybe the drum bus? Fuck it. Let's see what happens. You're just basically stacking as many plugins as possible here. And another really cool effect is if you go to your Max for Live plugins, or you could do it with any effect really, but using the convolution reverb and putting that somewhere in here also sounds really, really fucking cool. Putting that before maybe some of these plugins might sound even cooler. Let's go ahead and just freeze and flatten this. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. I don't even know what to say, really. I mean, yeah. Geez, it's like, what did I do to deserve all this kindness and generosity? I don't know. But thank you. And now you can basically take that. You can take that little piece of audio and go over to your simpler. And is my face still in the little box there? Okay, cool. You can go over to your simpler and just drag that in there. And once again, this is all Mr. Slink's technique, but you can now play this little piece of audio up and down. And if you go to your controls tab, you can go ahead and hit glide and put the time up. Which is kind of trippy. Which is pretty insane too. Now let's see if we can actually apply some more effects to this. I'm going to put Serum Effects on here. I'm going to try the Hyperdimension. turning the mix on the dimension higher. Let's try that. Maybe a little bit more distortion. Maybe putting it through the all passes might be dope. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Maybe we could put another OTT on after this. Fuck it, let's try it. Let's see, is that actually making the sound better? Well, let's put it on there and let's find out. Okay, let's go ahead and just freeze and flatten that again, and let's see what we can come up with this. So I'm going to go ahead and just create kind of a generic drum beat here. Awesome. Reverb filter. Let's try the reverb filter. Fuck it. Let's see. Reverb filter. Whoa. That's pretty crazy. Maybe just like a little bit. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to freeze and flatten that again. Okay. Alright, let's work with this. I'm going to go ahead and come up with somewhat generic of a drum beat, and let's just do drum and bass, I guess. So something like, if we go to my Brum and Days folder, got Curtis the Kick, put in there Sam the Synth, maybe, you know, Helga the hi-hat, and maybe a little snare that could. Okay, let's see what we got there. I'm just gonna go, let's see, what's a good BPM for this? Maybe like 170, 174. Let's try that. Okay, snare the 2 and 4. Let's do it. All right. Okay. All right, nice and loud. Okay. Okay, so let's try Curtis on the 1, and also halfway between the 3 and the 4. Okay, let's try that. So obviously we're going to have to play with the rhythm of the wumpus up here. Let's just call this wumpus. But it's on the right track. And let's go ahead and edit the velocity here, just to give it a little bit more dynamics. And once again, I'm going to get Helga on there, and let's see what she can add to the table here. All right. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this into the simpler. Actually, I'm going to put this on gate. Actually, you know, instead of actually using the sampler for this, I'm actually just going to go ahead and cut this up into little fun little pieces here. So I'm going to put that back here, up on the top, and I'm going to zoom in, and let's see what we can do here. So I like that little piece. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe let's try something like this. Ooh, that's kind of cool right there. Let's see, let's put that right there. And maybe transpose this little piece. Maybe crossfade these two as well, just to make it a little bit smoother. Let's try something like that. The rhythm there is a little bit funky. Let's see what we can do there to edit that. I'm going to undo this crossfading. Something like, for example, something like this. By the way, this is a fun little trick. If you hold down Option and Shift, you can actually click and drag this waveform left and right just by moving it right here, left and right, which is pretty fucking neat. So I can just do something like this, which is actually really, really useful, especially when you're cutting up audio like this. Let's try something like this. And then let's see what else we got here. So let's actually use some different sounds there in the interim. I'm going to go ahead and go to my weird sounds folder, and I have a bunch of these weird sounds. So I've actually done this neuro exercise a lot of different times, and each time it sounds weirder and more different from the last time. So I love doing this neuro exercise again and again, because each time the wumpus comes out sounding slightly different. Let's try something like that. Let's work with that. So I'm just going to loop this section. Turn this bad boy down a little bit. I don't know why this guy turned out the best. So it sounded kind of poopy right there. Okay, let's fuck with that. I'm going to put a sidechain compressor here from the kick, so that whenever the kick hits, the bass and all that fun stuff ducks out of the way. So Curtis, you're going to be doing that. Let's go ahead and actually mono the bass here for that. let's see if actually what it sounds like having the whole thing be mono. Nope, that's not good. Let's actually go ahead and actually take a drum break and layer that on top. So first off, let's get this shit shaker going. I'm gonna go ahead and make this twice as fast. Oh, the timing is not so great, so I'm gonna go ahead and change it to the quantized groove. Quantize this to 16th notes. Cool. And then let's just layer a drum break over that. So first off, I'm going to go back to my Drum and Days folder, get Derek in there, and pitch him up like 3 steps. And you'll notice that the drum pattern for Derek is not matching the drum pattern that I've programmed here with my drums here. Right. So I'm going to take this kick right here and have it kind of mirror the drum pattern from my drums, my MIDI drums. So let's solo them out together and we'll hear the combination of the two. Okay, that sounds good. I'm going to go ahead and consolidate this and just loop that. Maybe take out some of the low end from the drum break as well. Go to my audio effects, get the EQ8, and just do something like that. I'm actually going to go ahead and compress this all together. So I'm going to go on the compressor, and by the way, the most useful feature I think about the built-in Ableton compressor is this right here, the visual view. So there's 3 different views on the Ableton compressor, but my favorite is definitely this visual one. And you can see that the input is coming in at as this gray area at the bottom here. So you can really kind of fine-tune where you want to set this threshold. The threshold is this blue line here. And what I like to do is I like to set it kind of right above this kind of solid gray area. So because the solid gray area down here, that's already kind of audio that is more or less even in terms of volume. We want to just tackle the peaks up on top here. So, and because we want the drums to sound punchy, I'm going to make the attack like 30 milliseconds. We don't want to squash the transients. I'm going to turn up the release a little bit. Do a little bit of EQ. The sound is a little bit more present. Maybe here I'll actually do the double kick. Cool, that sounded pretty dope. So I like this, but I want to kind of do something different for the bass and stuff. So I'm actually going to start over there. Let me go to my weird sounds folder. Maybe let's just use this. See how that sounds. So, not super really feeling that either. Let's see what other weird sounds I have here. I'm actually sort of feeling having chords over this. So let's actually see what we got there in terms of chords. Duplicate time. let's see. Let's see what we got here. You know, I actually have an idea. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Berm in Dace. And I'm going to go ahead and actually go over to maybe an old project and see if I can find some sounds that I made there with my best friend Tyler Aaron Superstar, and see if they can actually work here in this beat. Cool. How's everybody doing today? Am I boring you guys to death? I hope not. But let's see what we got here. Okay. Yeah, let's take this. That sounds really, really dope. Brahmin Dace. Let's see what we got here. What the heck and Bob? Oh yeah, here. Actually, and yeah, fuck it, I'll put it up to 180. That's too fast. Let's see what we got here. I got some bass sounds. So what is triggering that? Yeah, let's. So I definitely don't want that to. Let's just get an 808 for this. So I'm gonna go to. Let's actually make our own bass sound from scratch. Why not? It'll be fun. I hope we can do it together. I'm gonna go over to Serum, and I'm gonna keep it on the sine. Sure, fuck it. And then let's go ahead and map the envelope to the cutoff here. Maybe something like that. Turn up the unison, put the sub out, and then go to my effects and go ahead and take out the low end. Okay, let's fuck with that. Okay, that's a decent bass line we'll work with for now. Put a limiter on the master. too dorky. I'm gonna make a different wave. So if I want the right thing. Okay, I need a little bit more. Huh. You know, instead of doing that, I'm just going to do the Max for Live reverb because it sounds a lot better. Awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and compress this so that the initial hit is a little bit tucked into the reverb signal. So regular compressor right there. I'll go ahead and freeze this Serum track. All right, what do you guys think about Hi, this is Flume? I'm sure it's great. All right, actually, let's not freeze that. That's not a good idea. Paste that. Yeah, I'm gonna use this sound. From that track only. Okay, yeah, let's do the backwards reverb track, sure. Ooh, that's kind of better. This first 8 bars here. Let's see if we can make this string sound a little bit more interesting. Give it a little bit more movement. This is a trick taught to me by my man Dorian Bell, who won the last remix contest. Ooh, yeah, let's try that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, let's fuck with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe not that much. A little bit of that. Okay, let's go ahead and record ourselves doing that because that seems like a fun effect. I'll go ahead and click the record button. Ooh. I don't know, it's kind of getting lost a little. I'm gonna use a different sound for the lead here. Maybe just like kind of a chiller keyboard sound. Not that. Maybe like this. That's not really the right sound either. Maybe let's add a little bit of convolution there. Ooh, that's kind of cool. All right, let's do it. All right. Fuck it, put some OTT on there, why not? Oh. Whoa. Hey, what's up, Dashina? Hope life is treating you well. Alright guys, I'm gonna go. Peace. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you all for the support and the donations.
They gave you
have a good
money?
day. Yeah, they gave me money. Alright, have a good one, guys. Peace.